Oh man, no man, what's the business? You already know what time it is. It's your folk Marquise, and welcome to another episode of OVF. That's right, welcome to another episode of OVF, Overstanding Fridays, man. And I'm so excited, man. God is really moving on behalf of my family and I'm ecstatic right now, like real talk. But let's get right into it. So, as you can see, as you look out and about throughout the world, clearly you know what's going on. This pestilence situation going on out here in the world. I'm just disturbed. Like, I'm over it. I'm over it. It's like literally every time I turn on the news, all I see is this many deaths, that many deaths, this many catching it, that many catching it. Do take the vaccine. Don't take the vaccine. People that took the vaccine getting sick. It's madness. It is madness. I respect people's choices, but I can't not share the truths and insights that I have learned. All right? So, of course, as you know, I'm the author of the book, Overstanding, a comprehensive look at gangster rap, its subgenres, and their effect on our generation. All right? Within this book, I talked about how I believe, and others, believe that gangster rap music is being used as an instrument to negatively affect people of color, neighborhoods of color, individuals. Now, of course, white people listen to gangster rap, Asian people listen to gangster rap, like everybody listen to it. But I believe, truly, that it was instituted at first, yes, as a form of expression for those that are experiencing the plights of inner city living, ghetto life, demands, the whole deal. You know what I'm saying? However, I believe, just like many things, it was sabotaged, it was hijacked, put on steroids, and is now being used as an instrument to negatively affect people of color, mindsets of color, and fill private prisons. I really do believe that. All right. But what I spoke on, you know, what's going on with the pandemic. No disrespect to whoever believes whatever they believe. However, when you come from a certain place of knowledge, your thoughts is different. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, when you come from a place of experience, you know, and insight and revelation, it changes everything. It just does. So in Weapons of Mass Destruction, my first book, I talk about all that stuff. I talk about the Georgia Guidestones. One of the most important things you should go look up. Go look up the Georgia Guidestones and see what they are about, see what they say. It will greatly impact your mind and your perspective as to what's taking place. It's literally written in stone, pun intended. I love everybody. I love everybody. But I have to do my job as a man of God, as a watchman, as a prophet, as an author, as a speaker, as an educator, as a pioneer. I got to speak my piece. All right? I share my testimony how when I was overseas in Iraq, in country, I was feeling something in my spirit. I wasn't even serving God. You know what I'm saying? But it was something inside of me like, I don't want to take any more vaccines. I did 9 years in the military. I got filled with plenty stuff. You know what I'm saying? This, this number one, that number two, this number one. And one of the main things that was going on back then, that's what I'm saying, anthrax. What happened to anthrax? Where anthrax went? Who knows? 13 years ago, though, 14 years ago, that was the thing. So the soldiers getting jabbed in their arm. Anthrax shot number one. Psh. Anthrax shot number two. Psh. Anthrax number 3 booster. Psh. Been there. Done that. So don't tell me. You can't tell me. All right? Long story short, I was overseas. And this time I just was like, I don't want to do this no more. I had my shot record. I had all this stuff. I said, man, look, I don't want to do this no more. So I told my sergeant, I'm like, look, sergeant, I ain't taking that jump, man. And you know, he was like, Trent, you gotta take it. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, sorry, I ain't taking that jump, man. I took all these old ones. I just ain't feeling this jump. Ain't nobody telling me nothing. I just believe this was the spirit, my spirit, man. Or God speaking to my spirit, even though I won't serve him, just like, you know. I was like, nah, I don't want this. And he was like, you know, they're gonna mess with your money, they're gonna take your pay, blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't know about you, and I hate to say it like that, but who trying to be in a war zone, designated, documented war zone, ain't getting no money, ain't getting paid? So, against my better judgment, I took it. Within minutes, this wasn't the regular shot, this was the nasal drip. They had graduated from that to the nasal drip, right into your brain, baby. Hello, somebody. Caught a drain, boom. Within minutes, I started feeling crazy. Started feeling woozy, started feeling dizzy, started feeling sick. I'm like, come on, Sar. See, I told you, man, I didn't want to take this. What am I saying? I think I done already said it. So, that was a lengthy opening, so to speak, but I think it warrants it, given all that's going on. At the end of the day, I'm going to say this before I get started. Do your real research. Do your real research. Because enough people are sounding their alarm and sharing information. I love everybody. But once I read what I'm about to read, and once you go look at the Georgia Guidestones and all these things, I would like to believe, by God's grace, y'all's grace, that your mindset will be different. If you already took it, it is what it is. But as you can see, they're going to be rolling out different stuff with the new variants and the you know, the transmutations. Come on, man. Anyway, this is from Overstanding. I spoke about agenda. Agenda. Is there an agenda? Check this out. Joseph Stalin said this. The easiest way to gain control of a population is to carry out acts of terror. For those individuals that call people like me and others tinfoil hat, crazy conspiracy theorists and all, go look at history. Get out your feelings. Get out the foolishness. Turn the daggone TV off. Get your mind right. And go look at history. Joseph Stalin created mass pain and suffering in times past in Russia. Go look at history. This was a quote. The easiest way to gain control of a population is to carry out acts of terror. The public will clamor for such laws if their personal security is threatened. Hello, somebody. Joseph Stalin. In this segment, I'll be sharing with you the reality of what we call false flags. You may have heard of them. Some people call them, quote-unquote, conspiracy theories. However, as you'll see from the information that is laid before you, not every conspiracy is a theory. Many things considered conspiracy theory is factual. I believe that you should know of these occurrences. Because the knowledge of false flags open your eyes to more agendas that I will share. Oh, my apologies. It would only be right to share with you the definition and purpose for which I chose the title and term, Overstanding. Overstanding. To overstand is to comprehend the thing itself, to comprehend a thing itself, and to have knowledge of why it is the way, and to have knowledge of why it is the way it is, and of its place or role in the grand scheme of things. Woo! Hello, somebody. With that definition and the opening of this book having laid out the reasons that I wrote it, I believe that you can see why I chose such a title. My goal with this work is to show the reality of gangster music and its use in the quote-unquote grand scheme of things for other people's purposes. We'll look at just a few examples which, in my opinion, will be more than enough to establish truth in your heart as to the nature of the people in positions of power and influence. I believe that it'll be easier to digest what I present later concerning my take on gangster rap being used as an instrument to influence the masses of colored youth to fill these profitable correction facilities. Let's begin. Above, you see the quote by Joseph Stalin, as it was most commonly spelled Joseph, but it's written Joseph. He was a Russian revolutionary who led the country as a fierce dictator from the 1920s until about 1953. You're talking about 30 years in the game, man. He ain't no newcomer. Check this out. In his false flag undertaking, he had 22,000 Polish army officers and civilians slaughtered, only to blame the massacre on Nazi Germany. Hello. A Russian revolutionary killed 22,000 people, then blamed it on another country. Conspiracy theory, huh? Stalin and the Red Army were instrumental in defeating Adolf Hitler and Nazi Germany in World War II. As seen in the article in the footnotes, Russia denied involvement for over 50 years. They kept a lie alive. They kept a lie alive. They kept a lie alive and well for 50 years before they humbly accepted responsibility. Family, they even built a memorial to honor those slain by the hands of their former leader. Let me get closer. Did you hear what I just read you? All that I'm sharing is researchable. You can research this. I researched this. Weapons of mass destruction had 500 footnotes. This got like 200 or 300. This is serious. So when you are being bombarded, literally bombarded, by news stations, by radio stations, by flyers, by billboard. I mean, oh my gosh. By y'all's grace, I'm so grateful because I'm aware of what I'm seeing. But literally, family, it is overwhelming. This is the true and pure definition of propaganda. They're flooding every form of communication with the doctrine that they have. I love you. I love your families. I want the best for you. But this is real. There is an agenda. You don't have to believe in the last days. You don't have to believe in the scriptures. You don't have to believe in all those things. And I know this is a little different than I normally come, but this thing is burning inside of me because this is really happening. You turn on, we're in Richmond, Virginia, 92.1 FM urban station. You got the broadcasters, the radio show hosts, they pushing it. They talking about it. 106.5, they pushing it, they talk about it. 105.7, they pushing, they talk. 104.7, the gospel station, they pushing it, they talking about it. CNN, they pushing it, they talking about it. News Channel 12, 8, 6, 35, Fox, everybody's pushing it. All of them pushing it. You ride down the highway, this is our shot. You see buses, this is our shot, our shot, our shot. Family, this is propaganda. My God, Juvenile and Manny Fresh and who that was? Mia X. These are rappers from New Orleans from back in the day. One of the most iconic, this is what I'm saying, one of the most iconic, impactful, classic songs of the urban community over the last 25 years, or at least 20 years. I think it's like 21, 22 years. Back that thing up. Got remixed to vax that thing up. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But believable. It's your folk Marquise. Do your real research. Go look at some alternative news sources. Go start digging to see what's happening to a lot of people that's taking this stuff and putting it in their body. Go find out about the key or the wrench experiments people doing on themselves. To get a shot, bam, go put a key. Why in the world is a key sticking to your body? Wake up. Wake up. It's really pissing me off. Respectfully, that people are this blind and dumb. Feel how you want to feel. No disrespect. I say this with the utmost love, but sometimes in America, people need to be slapped across their face. You putting an untested substance in your body for fear? The same government bodies that's supposed to test everything ain't even tested this yet. You put an untested experimental substance in your body because you scared? and it's proof, video footage, and documentation of what's happening to certain people. It's your folk, Marquise. You already know what time it is. The book, Overstanding, Comprehensive Look at Gangster Rap, is available at MarquiseTrent.com. The bundle is still in effect. Order the Think Different, Live Different t-shirt. You will get a signed copy of Overstanding, A Comprehensive Look at Gangster Rap. I'm kicking off some programs in September. Stay tuned for that. If you're looking to write a book and become a published author, you can click the link below. Order my ebook. It will put you in the perfect position to become a published author. If you know how to do it yourself, DIY, you can read that thing from cover to cover. It's a very short read, very detailed, clickable links that will get you through the process. You can become a published author in 60 days or less. Go take advantage of that. Go take advantage of that. It's your folk, Marquise. I love you. I can't apologize. I can't apologize. I know too much. I've experienced too much. You put your trust in the Lord. There are natural things that are available for our use. Natural. God knew everything we would go through. He gave us everything we needed to be successful. Of course, you can order the Lord Save My City shirt down below. It's your folk, Marquise. You already know what time it is. Think different. Think different. Don't go along with the masses. They've been doing this stuff for many years. Go research that. They killed over 20,000 Polish, blamed it on somebody else, even built a memorial. A Russian revolutionary, a dictator, government, hello. You think everything they tell you is true? Think different. Live different. Any questions? God bless.